In this STEM problem solving walkthrough, we are going to be solving a leap year problem in Python. So let's get started. So getting started, the problem is given a user input, such as any year given. So let's say we have like 2021 as the input. We want to return if it's a leap year or not. So in this program, first off, we know we're going to have a user input. So I'm going to write input. That's going to be your first line. And so the next line, so in this case, we want to find if it's a leap year or not. So the best way to do this, we can use an if-else statement. So if else. Now, when we see what a leap year is just every 4 years. And we notice like in every leap year, so like last year, 2020, was a leap year. Notice how 2020 is divisible by 4. And the remainder is 0. So we notice that in any given leap year, year modulus 4 is, well, year modulus 4 is going to be, it's going to be equal to 0. Year modulus, so what year modulus 4 is basically like 2021 or 2020 modulus 4 is 0 because the remainder is 0. It's perfectly divisible. So basically that's what we're looking for. But if else, we need greater or less than. So I think so in this problem, we know how to handle this problem. So basically we're looking for a perfectly divisible number by 4, or basically a multiple of 4. So let's go to Replit. I want to keep this in case we want to come back to it in the future. Alright, so in Replit, I'm going to set the variable to year, and I'm going to take an input, and I'm going to do what's the year. Okay, so in our if-else statement, we're going to have if year modulus 4 is greater than 0, then so what we're doing here is we're saying that if year modulus 4 is greater than 0, it's not a leap year. Because this is basically saying if year modulus 4 has any remainder, that means it's not a multiple of 4. If it's not a multiple of 4, it's not a leap year. So let's just think about this for a second. If we go back, 2021 modulus 4 is going to be, let's say it's going to be greater than 0. We know that it's going to be greater than 0. Right? We know that if 2021 modulus 4, let's say it's n, it's going to be above 0. Because we know that 2021 is not a multiple of 4. So going back to our program, that's the logic behind the if statement. Now the else statement is for the leap year part. So the leap year part is if it's a leap year. Now over here, if year modulus 4 is greater than 0, it's not a leap year. But otherwise, it's a leap year, because the only other case we can see if it's less than 0, which isn't really possible because it's years. So the only other possible case is if year modulus 4 is equal to 0. So that's how we would get around the whole Boolean part. Alright, so now we need a test to see if our algorithm and if our code works. So the year, let's say the year is 2021. It's not a leap year. So far it's working. But we're going to do a few more test cases. So we're going to run it again. And So we're going to run it again, and this time we're going to test a leap year, an actual leap year. So what's the year? Well, last year was a leap year. It's a leap year. So it's again working. Now we're going to test 2 more times just to make sure that our thing is working. So what's the year? I'm going to do 2017 since we know that's not a leap year. Since 2016 was a leap year, it's not a leap year. And I'm going to run it once more to see. And this time we're going to test 2000. Which 2012 was a leap year. Alright, so that is one of my STEM problem solving walkthroughs. If you want to suggest any more problems I should try for the STEM problem solving series, please let me know in the comment section below. And yeah.